we know that it happens. We know that we are faced with the result, with this dualism of experience, of language actually. But in real time, when I say that they are organisms, they are there, and at the same time, I am not only am here, but I perceive, I make sense of them. They are, and I make sense. They are there is something there, and there is someone that speaks here, that says words which are, that utters, articulates words which are meaningful, which you that are listening, or me that I'm hearing myself, can make sense of. So, but this is this something which is there, and me being able to articulate meaningful words here, it's not trivial. And what is the connection? Because they are connected, but how are they connected? How are they? How really in real time now that when we see it, I see it. Okay, that's obvious. I see it. So if I see it, I see what I see, and if I'm not idiot, and not if my cognitive capacities are normal, I make sense of what I see. But this is all language. How does it really happen that I make sense of what I see? Look how many words are there here. Look how many integrated concepts. I see it. How do they? It's not like the vase or the plates and the glasses on the table here. There are glasses, there's a vase, there are plates, and there's a table. I can explain how the glasses and vase and plates are on the table, and how the table holds them, and what is the table, how it was made, everything. But when I relate the domain, the plane, where there is I, and there is see, and there is it, when there are all those three things, I cannot account for that domain at all. It's not magic, because it's obvious, it's there, but it's at the same time the deepest, most crazy and biggest magic that can be. That the fact that there is something, or must be something, behind the language, behind the way I describe, I relate to that situation. I relate to the situation. I describe and I ask. I see it. There's an organism there. There's something there, or physical or biological, and there is, and I am here. I am, and I, it, see, feel, act, all those words, all those concepts, and how it happens in a way that incorporates both the is and the perceive, both the occurrence and the, as it were, not decoding. It's not decoding. Decoding is easy, but making sense of the combination of happening and a story. That's the occurrence and the story, the meaningful interpretation, as it were. It's not in the interpretation even. It's a meaningful story. How there's, on the one hand, there's electricity, gravity, subparticles, chemistry, bloodstream, photosynthesis, homeostasis, all those processes which are isms. They are not perceived. They are not perceived as such. And on the other hand, there is something that is perceived. Leaves, trees, air, skies, me, organisms, And in the middle, there is language. But language not as a tool, not as a separate, not as a separate domain, but as something that pervades everything. It's in everything. It encapsulates everything, and it pervades everything. It's in everything. It's in my ability to describe the elementary level, the physical, the strictly physical level, and it enables me to describe the level of the story. 1 second, I must do something in the kitchen. I'm sorry. I was instructed to do it in 8 o'clock, and it is now 8 o'clock. I'm even 7 minutes late, but now I'm okay. So, language. It, perceiving language in language. Language is everything. Language is it, language is perceiving, language is me, language is my ability to talk now. They speak of AI, of this mimicry and processing. And I am speaking about language, about the fact that I am able to speak now. Not just to speak, but to make sense of everything that is around me. Of here, no, here. There you see, behind those lights that are far away is Palestine, and here it's Israel. So you see how all is interconnected: philosophy, history, politics, humanity. And language that enables me to pause and then to continue to ask. All this unclarity, language that enables me to express all that unclarity that I'm expressing right now. Language as the origin and father of unclarity, but very, very specific unclarity. And unclarity in terms of the curiosity, in terms of language. I will not solve it right now. I feel a little bit I should need more energy to go in and talk about and proceed deeper into those spheres. Language, AI, speaking machines and me. Speaking machines, able to speak, able to answer, able even to ask in certain preconceived circumstances. But the fact that I am asking the questions that I am now asking, are they also preconceived? Those circumstances now, had anything or anyone or anything ever conceived of somewhere in the universe, sometime it was conceived that I will be asking those questions, or those basic questions? Not me, people for millennia asking those basic questions, trying to make sense of what it is, what everything is, what is. To make sense of what is, of what to be is. Is it something that can be again, the word, not mimicked, can be reconstructed?